So it is a fantastic day, of course, for sanity, for common sense, but I think more broadly for women, for humanity.
From all of that to a bad day for chicks with dicks. Listen to this from Fox News. The U.S. Department of Education announced Tuesday that the University of Pennsylvania has agreed to a resolution with President Donald Trump's administration to keep biological male trans athletes out of women's sports in a statement provided to Fox News Digital. The department previously launched an investigation into UPenn on February 6 for Title IX violations that occurred in the swimming program. Trans athlete Lia Thomas competed for the women's team in the 21-22 season after previously competing for the men's team. Per the DOE's announcement, under UPenn's new agreement, the following actions will be taken. UPenn will restore to female athletes all individual UPenn Division I swimming records, titles, or similar recognitions which were misappropriated by male athletes allowed to compete in female categories. UPenn will issue a public statement to the university community stating that it will comply with Title IX, specifying that UPenn will not allow males to compete in female athletic programs or occupy Penn Athletics female intimate facilities. The statement will specify that UPenn will adopt biology-based definitions for the words male and female pursuant to Title IX and consistent with President Trump's executive orders defending women from gender ideology extremism and keeping men out of women's sports. UPenn will post the statement in a prominent location on its main website and on each of its websites for women's athletics. UPenn will rescind any guidance which violated Title IX, remove or revise any internal and public-facing statements or documents that are inconsistent with Title IX, and notify all staff and women's athletics of all such rescissions. And UPenn will send a personalized letter of apology to each impacted female swimmer. UPenn also released a statement acknowledging the agreement and suggested changes to its swimming records will be made. Okay, so look, this is obvious. It is good, it is just, it is right. If you are for women, you should not want men competing with them. No one cares what you do as an adult, if you want to dress a certain way or do whatever the high hell you want to do with your body, but it shouldn't come at the cost of young women athletes. Title IX was put in so that women would have access to sports so that they could compete in their own facilities and in a way that was equitable to them so they weren't getting crushed by guys. And then this guy, Lia Thomas, comes in, and Lia Thomas, we still believe, I don't know this for a fact, but several people, this is what it says online, he still has a wang. So he has a wang, which, as you know, it's the Connor theory, he was using as a propeller to speed past these chicks. And one of the ladies that he beat is a spectacular young woman who I know a little bit, Riley Gaines, and here she is on Fox News talking about her vindication.
Your reaction tonight, historic news from UPenn.
Man, I watched that video back, Laura, that you showed in the intro to this segment, and I cannot even believe that happened. All the while, so many sat idly by and watched and actually reprimanded us as women if we even dared to speak about this. To say that I, of course, am grateful for Secretary McMahon, for President Trump, for even Attorney General Bondi. She's been fantastic at the Department of Justice on this issue is an understatement. I feel vindicated. I feel like pigs are flying. I feel like hell has frozen over. So it is a fantastic day, of course, for sanity, for common sense, but I think more broadly for women, for humanity, for the little girl that I'm growing inside of me right now that I will welcome to the world in just a few weeks. I think of her. I think of her future. That is what Donald Trump and, of course, Secretary McMahon and myself, that is what we are fighting for. So very, very excited about today's news.
Yeah, look, I don't need to reiterate that because she said it quite well, but I think the key part is what she said at the front, which is that she can't even believe that's what happened. And I think that's what, if we beat the woke thing, if society actually heals itself over time and all that, we'll all look back on it like, man, that was a pretty freaking bananas period of time, and who participated in that lunacy. And of course, as you know, all the people who did participate in it will pretend they had nothing to do with it. That would be like Jake Tapper writing a book about Biden's mental state while he was covering it up. Same general notion there, right? The people who had everything to do with wokeness will be like, oh, I didn't know, I don't know. But no, you guys can't get away with this, and we all should have known it was ridiculous all along.